Hello, everybody. Dr. Kevin again here. Welcome to day 23 of our 30 Days of Spine Rehab series, where over the course of 30 days, I hope to show you how to create a full body, comprehensive spine rehabilitation program from complete scratch in what I believe are the safest, simplest, and most effective ways possible. So day 23, we're going to be continuing with our progressions exercises just to, again, give you greater challenges and just give you more difficult things to look forward to once you've kind of mastered some of the basics and once you've mastered some of the beginner exercises. Again, but also making sure and sticking with our theme in that these exercises are also very safe to do on your back. They create minimal stress and minimal harm on your spine. But again, just maximally engaging through your core and just strengthening multiple areas of your body all at once. So today we're going to be going over push-ups, and push-ups is just a direct progression from the plank exercise that we showed you all the way back in day number 14. And again, let's just get right into the proper form and proper instruction for a push-up. All right, so let's start by showing you the proper setup for a proper push-up. And again, proper setup for a push-up is just simply a good solid plank where I'm on my hands, I'm on my feet, and my back is nice and straight. It's not sagging. My hips, my butt isn't so high up in the air. Everything is just kind of neutral and flat. And just like the planks, and just as a reminder, we want to make sure that we hold our planks with tight glutes and with a nice grip of my fingers, just to make sure that we are creating good levels of activation through my core, just to take pressure off of the back, and again, just to make sure that we're maximize the amount of muscle activation and recruitment that we develop in my core muscles as well. So why I like this exercise so much is because, again, it's very challenging, it's very stimulating, and it just teaches you how to recruit so many more muscle groups than you would otherwise. And again, it just brings so much more stability, so much more activation, and just so much more body awareness of pretty much all of the muscle structures between my chest, my obliques, my abdominals, my glutes. And again, it's just a very efficient all-in-one strengthening exercise that I recommend anybody that is serious about building up their back strength and core stability to learn how to do. So again, let's get right into the position again. So plank position here, tight glutes, fingertips to the floor, and we want to make sure that the push-up is pretty much a moving plank, because I want to make sure my back isn't sagging. I want to make sure everything is just staying as straight and as still as possible. I actually want to go slow with this. 3, 2, 1, and slowly come back up. And let's just demonstrate it a couple more times. Glutes tight, abs tight, grip my fingertips into the ground, and let's just go nice and slow. Hold to the bottom for a couple seconds and start to come all the way up. Exhale on the way up, just to use my diaphragm for a little bit of extra oomph. So again, the main points about this push-up is to make sure that we're just trying to make it into a moving plank, to make sure that there's no arching through my back, there's maximum engagement through my glutes and through my core. And what's different about this push-up, as you can tell, just after just doing 2 repetitions, I'm also out of breath. I'm also talking, I'm also demonstrating, so that just makes it a little bit more difficult. But again, it's a very difficult exercise to do properly, but one, if you start to learn how to master just holding that core strength and core stability, you actually feel that it's not very stressful or strenuous on your shoulders at all. It's actually more strenuous and more stressful through the core, and that's what we really want to emphasize, that the push-up is one of the best core strengthening exercises that's out there, and it's not just this like pec and tricep exercise that a lot of people kind of make it out to be. So a lot of people, when they're just starting off, especially for a lot of my patients, they're not necessarily going to be able to go all the way down, pause for a couple of seconds, and start to go all the way back up while holding proper form or proper technique. So it's going to show you a couple of examples of the types of things that you would kind of look to expect if you're trying to do something like this on your own at home. Again, just to make sure that you're learning proper form and proper technique. So what I typically advise for my patients, especially when they're just kind of starting off, again, once I feel like they're at a point where they've mastered a good, 15 to 20 second plank, it's starting to get a little easier. and they're starting to look for an increased challenge, this is usually when we start to throw push-ups into the equation. So let's start by holding a nice plank position. Again, if you're just starting off, what's more important is that you are able to maintain a nice straight back and just kind of create and maintain stability, even if you only go a third of the way or only halfway down. Hold for at least 2 seconds, squeeze your glutes, tighten your abs, grip your fingertips, and slowly push and breathe out. Let your body rest, let it recover, and let's just do one more round. And we're only gonna go halfway, a third of the way or just halfway. Whatever you feel like you can, while making sure your back isn't sagging. Make sure that form isn't breaking. 3, 2, 1, and slowly come back up. So again, we're not really after a lot of sets. We're not even after a lot of repetitions. All we're after is to learn the proper form, proper technique of how to generate and create massive amounts of contraction through your chest, through your obliques, through your core, to create significant amounts of stability in your abdominal wall and just all of the anterior chain muscles, while keeping your glutes tight to stabilize your pelvis. So again, make sure that your back is staying as straight and as safe as possible. Once you have that secure, then your push-up turns into this, again, massive core strengthening exercise that you can just get so much out of just after a couple of repetitions. And if you're just starting off, I recommend to try to just do a total of 10 push-ups a day, even if it's only a third of the way, even if you're only able to go halfway. Again, as long as you're able to understand what it's like to feel that engagement through your core, make sure your back is straight. That's the most important thing. And if you can start to work up from there, practice every day over the course of a couple of weeks, I guarantee you will see massive gains in terms of just strength, in terms of stability, in terms of confidence within your whole core, and your back is going to feel much, much, much better as a result. So that's it for today. That's it for the push-up demonstration. Hope that this helps, and we look forward to see you again next time. Take care and have a wonderful day.